go cycling fans everywhere. For this stage, which is in the form of a circuit, it's a safe bet that the sprinters will do their utmost to cross the line in front on their second visit to Precojo, the end of this flat stage.
Bueno, voy a ver si hoy gano una etapa por fin. Ataca.
Okay, but give me time to move up a bit. I'm not well placed. He's the fastest sprinter in the leading group.
Esto es reserva la fuerza.
He's one of the juniors in the peloton who's looking to build a list of achievements for himself. For that, he will surely try to finish alone because he doesn't have a great turn of speed.
His teammates have already started the pursuit, no doubt aiming for a sprint finish.
He's a good sprinter, often used as lead-out rider to drive mass sprints.
Vale, estos días jugaba dándole al R2 y no presionándole el fallo. Porque presionando el R2 pedalea y es darle a la X para atacar. Y yo le daba al R2 y a la X, R2X, presionándolo, soltando, soltando, y eso es peor.
The first climb of the day is classified as fourth category. There will be 1 point that goes towards the mountain standings.
Here's the positions over the last climb.
¿Se van atrás que yo sigo o qué? No va a avanzar ese.
A good ruler with not too bad a punch. he should still try to get away before the finish because he's not so fast in a sprint. He's primarily a teammate rouleur, even if he's not too bad on a sprint. The time gap between the peloton and the breakaway is decreasing. His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out.
His teammates have already started the pursuit, no doubt aiming for a sprint finish.
He's a teammate without ambitions for the overall standings.
A ver, gracias a Berlín que esté en el grupo de la escapada pero que no ataque, que no regrese.
Okay, I'll follow any attack.
Que siga cualquier ataque, le da la orden. Está atacando en el grupo de la escapada y le he dicho que si ataca en la escapada que siga los ataques.
His teammates have positioned themselves at the head of the peloton. They will no doubt manage the gap so as to finish in a sprint.
The breakaway is losing ground.
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
The front of the race is going through Precojo. On the second trip, it will be the finishing line for the stage.
The head of the race is 5 kilometers from the intermediate sprint. His teammates are accelerating. They're no doubt readying the intermediate sprint.
The intermediate sprint is approaching. The first 10 riders score points towards the green jersey.
Está demasiado
The
adelante
first
aquí.
will pocket 10
Es
points.
ir demasiado con el viento.
The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. His teammates have positioned themselves at the head of the peloton. They will no doubt manage the gap so as to finish in a sprint.
The riders are now entering the feed zone. They will be able to pick up something to eat.
The gap is increasing. It's good to have placed riders in the breakaway. We don't need to set the pace. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
Ya llevo la mitad de la etapa.
The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb.
The next climb is classified as 4th category. That means 1 point to be earned for the first rider to the top.
The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in the breakaway. He's the fastest sprinter in the leading group. The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. He's got his team riding to set up a sprint finish. This is not the time to hang around at the back of the peloton.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
The final climb of the day will soon be upon us. After this final fourth category climb, there will be 20 kilometers to the finish.
Ya perdí algo de barra azul y de barra roja. La energía es la barra azul y para los ataques la barra roja.
Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute.
Siguiendo a Fabio Aru, el campeón italiano. No, al menos ese año, no sé si ahora en 2018 lo es. Este es el Tour del 2017, el juego. Y están cogiendo a los escapados. ¿Dónde está Satel? Cacho viejo. Proteja a Valverde. Y Herrera. Proteja a Valverde. Y Betancourt. Proteja a Valverde. Solo pudo uno. ¿Quién está más cansado? Salte, proteja a Valverde.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
"30 seconds lead for the head of the race."
Aquí le tengo ya el satélite protegiéndome.
The riders are all back together. Everything will be played out in the final kilometers.
Kilometers from the finish, guys. Stay well positioned to avoid falls.
Algo muy lento.
Watch the demeanor of the other sprinters to know when to launch your sprint. If you start too soon, you will be unable to continue your effort to the line. If you start too late, you will not have time to work your way to the front.
Benati, ataca. Atacar, atacar, atacar. Salida de ataque. Atacar.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
Ya te le empieza a joder.
Just 5 more kilometers. We are heading for a mass sprint.
Verás tú, con la orden del satélite. Estorba los relevos, vamos a ver. Satélite, estorba los relevos. ¿Cómo es eso?
Okay, I'll protect him.
Only 3 kilometers left. It's a bunched peloton that will fight it out for victory.
Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer. Last kilometer. You've got to sprint.
No voy a ganar ni de coña, vamos. No.
Well done, guys. We're where we should be. We were aiming for a top 10 spot, and you did the job. I'm happy with that. Hi, guys.
Contrarreloj de 6 kilómetros. Joder. Las sprinters que son más rápidas en el freestyle, pero vamos, esto es fuerte. A mí no me ha parado uno que estaba haciendo el relevo y me ha frenado un poco ahí en el último kilómetro. Bueno.
We have the last rider at the start of this individual time trial. He'll do his utmost to produce
Ayer no
the
gané
best
esa carrera
time.
de
Come on, let's give him a
contrarreloj
hand.
por un segundo.
Come on, it's a short time trial. You must hit the right tempo as soon as possible. Go, go! Stick to the tempo! Watch out. Right-hand bend. After the left-hand bend, you will come to a rising false flat. Don't push it too hard.
Joder, torsión mal ahí.
Flat out now. It's downhill almost to the finish. Save something for the last kilometer, which climbs. The next bend turns left. Go, go! Go! Only 1 kilometer left. It's a rising false flat. Come on! It's almost over!
Otra vez la pájara. De todos los días.
Go! Right to the end!
This stage is his. He was the strongest. Here is today's stage winner, Alejandro Valverde. Congratulations to him. He managed to maneuver perfectly to snatch this victory. He can savor this moment.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio. Well done for this win.
Y ahora voy a 2 segundos del líder, que es Kitten. Los demás pues le saco unos cuantos segundillos.
It's the final stage, guys. The profile is special, with one major difficulty that should decide between the climbers.
Mi objetivo personal con Valverde es terminar entre los 10 primeros de la etapa, pero yo voy a intentar ganar el Triptyque Tour este. Y Quintana es no pierdas tiempo con los favoritos Porti y Urán. Vale.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We should witness a one-climb race today. The teams of the favourites should manage affairs up to the foot of the Montagne de Lure, from where the front runners will fight it out to the stage win. The mountains don't scare him. He's already trying to escape.
They're pulling the peloton. He must be interested in the stage win, because his teammates are setting the pace for the peloton.
Voy a meter a alguien en los ataques. Satellite, tú por ejemplo. Atacar.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
The first climb is set close to the start. It should allow the baroudeurs to launch the early breakaway. 1 minute for the breakaway. It's looking good.
We are the virtual leaders of the white jersey standing. Good. Keep it up.
Tony Martin is one of the best rulers in the world. He has notably been world time trial champion on 4 occasions. His powerful style has earned him the nickname of Panzer. His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out.
A ver, un compañero que me está protegiendo del aire, por ejemplo, el Viti. No. Sí.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
He's a pure climber, able to follow the very best when he's in shape. The Col de Mur is not very steep, barely 4%, but it's long enough to favour a breakaway by riders with some climber qualities. He's a solid rider in the mountains and on the flat, perfect to support a leader. He's a good climber puncher over any kind of obstacle. He's a good climber. He's an excellent puncher who also knows how to climb in the mountains. On the other hand, it's better for him that he finishes alone because his capabilities as a sprinter really are limited. He could be labelled as a puncher, but is also good in the mountains. However, his top speed can be described as lethargic. A mountain bike specialist, Alexis Vuillermoz made a successful switch to the road, as evidenced by his stage win in Mur de Bretagne on the 2015 Tour de France. Good puncher, the Breton Cyril Gauthier is a rider with an attacking temperament. He does well on short climbs, but he can't really rely on his sprint qualities to hope for a win. The first king of the mountain summit is classified as a category 3. There will be 2 points and 1 point to be scored at the top. Figurehead of Czech cycling, Roman Kreuziger is a rider capable of outstanding performances on both hilly and mountain stages. He's one of the juniors in the peloton who's looking to build a list of achievements for himself. For that, he will surely try to finish alone because he doesn't have a great turn of speed. He's a teammate without ambitions for the overall standings.
Joder, me quiero meter en el medio del pelotón que se va más cubierto. No descansar. A Betty.
Okay, but give me time to move up a bit. I'm not well placed. The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. Here's the positions over the last climb.
Un kilómetro de la cima de esta montaña. Voy a bajada.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The first rider in the intermediate sprint will earn 20 points towards the green jersey. The breakaway can't widen the gap.
The first riders have reached the intermediate sprint. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. His teammates are accelerating. They're no doubt readying the intermediate sprint.
Le pega uno y se pone en la de la carretera donde...
He's the best placed in the overall standings amongst those at the head of the race.
The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way.
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
Proteja del viento, dice.
When going downhill, the aerodynamic position is useful to increase speed without expending energy. Guys, don't forget to protect our leader. Communication is important. That's why we have team comms.
The next king of the mountain summit is ranked as a third category.
Segunda
Only the first two
montaña de
riders in the top
categoría.
will score points towards the
Los dos
best
primeros
climber
reciben puntos para la
classification.
clasificación de la montaña. Yo voy a por la general. El pase de la clasificación de la montaña ahora mismo. Además que han escapado 12. De esos 12 se llevarán 2 de los 12 los puntos. No bucle, no te quedes atrás. Vale. Hay más soberbia.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
The gap isn't changing much.
El medio amarillo se queda.
The feed zone is in sight for the head of the race. Riders will be able to pick up some nourishment.
courage. Allez, oui, vas-y, on y va.
Yes, there's not a lot going on.
Allez les gars, courage.
The gap with the yellow jerseys melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way.
Tempo is increasing at the head of the race. The breakaway riders will try and manage the time gap.
Bravo les gars. Continuez comme ça. Allez les gars. Allez les gars. Allez les gars, courage. Allez les gars, courage. Allez les gars, on continue comme ça. Courage, hein. On continue. Allez Contador, allez, allez. Lâchez rien, allez. Rabattez Bayona. Allez le go. Courage. Allez les gars. Continue, relâchez la passage. Allez. Continuez, bravo.
The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings. The next difficulty is listed as a Category 4.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
Allez les gars! Bravo les gars! Continuez comme ça! Courage! Bravo! Continuez comme ça! Allez! Bravo les gars! Bravo les gars! Allez Bazin! Allez les gars! On peut... Oui Roland! Oui! Lâchez rien! Allez! Allez les gars! Allez les gars!
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton. The yellow jersey does not necessarily need to attack. Depending on his lead, he can simply follow attacks and counter at the very end of a stage.
The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey. One and a half minutes lead to the head of the race over the favourites.
Allez les gars, courage! Allez les gars, courage! Allez les gars, courage! Ah, vite! Allez les gars, on continue comme ça! Courage!
The advance of the lead group should be enough to carry it to the end.
Vas-y, Vachka.
I don't know if it's a bluff, but the breakaway looks to be increasing the pace at the front of the race.
Allez, les gars. Plus vite, plus vite, plus vite. Allez, courage. Allez, Contador. Allez, allez. Allez, les gars, courage. Allez, courage, on continue, les gars. Bravo, les gars. Courage, on continue. Vas-y, courage.
The time gap with the head of the race isn't changing, lads.
Lâchez rien, allez.
Allez, on lâche rien.
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça.
Continue, Alberto. Continuez comme ça.
He goes to the top of the climber standings. Here's the positions over the last climb.
Bravo, les gars. Continuez comme ça. Oh là là, courage, on continue.
Bueno, quedan 41 kilómetros de etapa.
The breakaway increases its lead
Espero
on
que
the
no se
yellow
quede
jersey
atrás, que
group.
estoy siguiendo. Que no se quede atrás del pelotón.
Allez, les gars.
The riders up front have a 1-minute lead on the favourites group.
Allez, les gars. Allez, allez. Et voilà. Allez, les gars, courage. Allez, les gars. Allez. Bravo, les gars, c'est bien. Allez, les gars, courage. Continuez comme ça, les gars.
The next difficulty is also classified as third category. The first two to the top score 2 and 1 point towards the polka dot jersey.
Bravo, les gars. Allez, les gars, on continue comme ça. Bravo, les gars. Continuez comme ça.
Vale, ya empieza lo bueno casi. Los últimos 80 kilómetros.
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
Continuez comme ça. On continue.
comme ça, les gars.
Allez, courage les gars, allez plus.
Allez, le go.
Mira, yo llevo una rueda buenísima, el chaval este, joder, no para. Está adelantando posiciones. Chávez.
Allez les gars, courage. Allez, allez. Bravo les gars, c'est bien.
The gap is 1 minute between the favourites and the guy in the front.
Allez les gars, courage.
Hay escapado a 20 kilómetros de meta. La última bajada de la etapa. Sería el momento de tomarme mis geles alimenticios para recuperar, pero voy a intentar ganar la etapa sin tomarme un gel. Aunque hay un trofeo de ganar etapas sin tomar gel en absoluto, lo voy a intentar. Si no gano, pues no gano, pero bueno. Tengo ahí un poco de
Here we
energía,
are at
¿no?
the foot of the
Supongo
montagne
que
Galure.
deben ser
With a
suficientes
little
como un
more than
ataque
15
final.
kilometres of climbing, the favourites for the general classification will have ample opportunity to gorge each other and attack to create gaps. The gap between the favourites group and the front is 30 seconds. He's attacking.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standing.
Watch out, there's an attack.
Este vale es peligroso.
A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
A ver, tengo que decir algunos equipos, algún compañero de equipo que salga los ataques. A ver, aquí. Penalti es el que está más en forma. Salir a los ataques. Y de campo.
Okay, but I won't be very effective because I'm full out.
Les voilà.
Continue comme ça.
It is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate with us.
El Chávez en las primeras posiciones. La que estoy siguiendo desde hace un buen rato. Joder, me tiene reventadísimo, ¿eh? Me voy a tener que tomar un gel porque si no, no voy a ganar ni de coña. Al menos ganar la etapa y las 3 etapas extras. Puedo intentar ganar sin gel en otra etapa. ¿Y si doy amador? Ritmo. ¿Dónde está sobre el ritmo? Ritmo 100. Y Quintana. No. Castro Viejo.
I'll go full out on the relay. Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall.
¿Le ha dado una pájara? ¿Le ha dado una pájara al Chávez? Joder. Betancourt, te estoy siguiendo. Pon ritmo 100, que no me queda atrás. Betancourt. Ajá.
I'll go full out on the relay.
Este es el grupo de cabeza. Voy en el grupo de cabeza. Al menos tengo opciones de ganar por ahora. Aunque estoy reventado. Aquí voy más tapado del viento, supongo.
Acceleration at the front of the peloton. No falling asleep.
Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders.
¿Quién es ese que se escapa? Betancourt.
The lead rider has 30 seconds on the favourites.
No me ha dado la primera pájara. Betancourt. Me tiene que esperar.
Okay, I'll wait for you.
voy a aguantar 80 de ritmo.
Okay, I'll wait for you. Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
At less than 3 kilometers from the finish, the man in front looks to be heading towards a prestigious victory.
Okay, I'll wait for you.
Errada. Tira un ritmo 70.
I'll relay.
Less than 2 kilometers from the finish.
Nada, no voy a conseguir ganar.
The front man will soon be under the red pennant. The gap isn't big, so he mustn't fade.
The breakaway is 1 kilometer from the finishing line.
Kilómetro final.
You seem to be running on empty. Lift your foot if you don't want to blow up.
Oh. Me gana por el menos, joder. Me ha faltado nada, 20 metros.
Well done, guys. It's a nice podium place today. I was expecting to see you towards the front, but not necessarily on the podium. Once again, well done.
No, ya seguiré, pues vamos. Tengo que ganar esa carrera, sea como sea.